I'm watching Craig in the green room. Hold on. You can see what he's doing. He's been dancing. Is that Jabberjaw?
It looks like him, doesn't it?
Yeah, do you remember Jabberjaw?
Oh, right.
Guys,
It got you.
I'm showing my
It got
age.
you.
If you don't know who Jabberjaw is, you shouldn't. But look him up later. Is it Jabba or
Or is it
ER?
Jabberjaw?
It might be Jabber. I'm thinking of
Okay.
Jabba the Hutt, so Jabber.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I'd like to know in the chat room who knows Jabberjaw. In any event, hello, Craig Skaggs.
Hello. John,
Any
how you
relation
doing?
to Boz Skaggs? Wasn't that a? My mother used to listen to music of Boz Skaggs.
No, but I am relation to Ricky Skaggs.
Who's Ricky Skaggs?
He's a country singer, been around forever.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right, so these are all talented. In any event, hello everybody in the chat room. I see you here. I will be saying. By the way, Stan, thank you for being here so quickly from your show. Stan is a good friend of Craig.
You
Stan,
bet.
I don't know how to do those nice little animated. I've looked everywhere. StreamYard told me they have these new animated comments, but trying to get them on the screen, I don't know. I've looked all through settings and stuff. I'll figure it out the next show.
He does a great job with those.
Stan, he I always look at his first to catch all the new stuff.
Yeah.
I learn something and that's it. Done. Up to the top. I wonder if this lady likes dogs or this man likes dogs.
Yeah,
bring.
probably.
There, Craig has no control of bringing back Horizons, although I wish he did. Stan is saying hi to you.
Hi, Stan.
Mary, it's the upgraded version, so I thought it would be, and they told me all about it. Happy New Year, Craig.
Happy New Year to you, John.
So I am not going to show you the new painting that Craig has coming. All I'm going to tell you is I was going to say something on social media, and I decided to let it go. Now it's up to you to tell me, because that's still vague. It's still vague.
Still vague.
Because people are going to say it's this, and it's not that. You know, Mary says no special features for me. That's not right. Don't do that to me. So what I want to find out first, Craig, is, you know what? I want to show one painting first before
Okay.
I ask the whole, who are you to the people that don't know. This one strikes me. Not that they all don't strike me, but this one, the Lion King one, gets me.
Yeah.
And what I've said to you in the past was that your style, and I think you gave it a name, which I forgot. Do you remember the name?
Real-isham.
Real-isham.
Yeah.
It's still the cartoon, but so real enough, but yet not. I can't get it. So that's a good. I like that. That real-isham.
Yeah,
Anyhow,
just a hint of Disney.
definitely, yeah. It's not in your face, cartoony at all, which I like. So let me find out from you first of all.
Right.
The early Craig Skaggs. You were not into Disney, or you were a Disney fan growing up?
Oh no, I was very much a Disney fan when I was a kid.
Okay.
I loved some of the very first movies I saw were Disney movies. You saw, Dumbo and Cinderella and Fantasia. Fantasia really blew my mind. My favorite was always the devil sequence at the end.
I don't see any Fantasia stuff from you. Have you done the Chernobog?
I'm sorry?
Chernobog.
Is that what the devil's name is?
That's the devil's name, yeah.
Okay, I never knew that.
Dun, 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 dun,
I've always loved that scene.
A Night on Bald Mountain?
Yeah.
Painting from you. I can see that.
Oh, yeah, that's always been my favorite scene out of that movie.
I can't imagine what you would do with the realism with that. That'd be pretty scary and cool.
That'd be fun.
The little demons coming up from the mountain. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put my thoughts onto you.
Well, you already have with one of my paintings.
We'll talk about that. We'll show that one.
Yeah.
Thank you. You did start off though. You did medical art.
Well, that's what I'm doing now. I've been doing that for probably the past 8 years. I've been doing medical art as kind of my main source of income, and then I started about a little over 3 years ago doing the fine art.
But even medical art, I mean, you got to be. Did you have to go to? Do you have to almost go to like a medical school to do the medical art?
I'm kind of a rare case where I didn't. I had a cousin that worked in medical publishing that would come to me when their department would screw up a job. So for years, I helped her put together medical illustrations for her publication. And then when she found out that the American College of Cardiology was looking for a new illustrator, I contacted them and sent them my work, and they said, yeah, your stuff looks great. So I worked with them as their lead illustrator for probably about 6 or 7 years. And then the Journal of Allergy and Immunology contacted me and wanted me to work for them. So for a short period of time, I worked for both. And then I stopped working for American College of Cardiology and worked for the Journal of Allergy and Immunology.
Are you drawing like little COVID balls and spikes?
I have been. I've been drawing SARS virus and COVID and how it gets into your cells and all kinds of things. Yeah.
And with a heart, you're literally drawing the vessels and the aorta and the thing. Okay.
Yep. And working with doctors on how they do procedures too. If they have a new procedure that they're doing a write-up on how to, resect a whatever, or go in there and remove one of your valves and replace it, then I would do the illustrations to go along with their write-up.
Okay, that amazes me that they'd have to explain to you, okay, this catheter goes in and does this, so we'd like a little drawing of this, and I don't know, that just amazes me. So then how did the calling come to draw for Disney and Lucasfilm? I was
at a convention. I had started doing the conventions just to kind of have some fun because I was just doing nothing but the medical illustrations at that time. And I started to do conventions and have some fun. And I met an official Disney artist, and I asked him how he got involved, and told him my experience because I had actually done Star Wars for Lucasfilm in the 90s. So he said, well, if you've got a connection with Star Wars, you should contact Acme Archives because they are the biggest licensor of Lucasfilm fine art. So I contacted them, and at the time I had done this one illustration of Chewie with the porg sitting on his head. I might not have sent that to you.
Okay, let me, you know what? While we're on that subject, I have the porgs.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I missed
Craig,
sending that to you for some reason, but I did Chewie with the porg sitting on his head, and they loved that so much they sent me a contract.
I do want to let everyone know this is broadcast in 720p, so these pictures that you're seeing are not doing the detail any justice that are
a little fuzzy.
The feather, exactly, the feathers and stuff. Yeah, it just gives you a good idea. Yeah, so okay, so that I still get. So do you feel like you got lucky from that? Like, were you like, wow, that's great? I mean, obviously you're talented.
Yeah. Now it takes quite a while to get to sort of get things rolling in the fine art department because you're working on commission of per print sale. So I think, and it's also opened up such doors as far as getting to meet people at Star Wars Celebration and getting to meet people at the the Festival of Arts at Epcot. And getting kind of a fan following, people contact me from I was contacted from someone in Ireland who said that they have one of my paintings, a Boba Fett, and that they have it on their wall. So, I mean, things like that are fantastic.
Okay, what gets me with this one, well, we can talk about it for a second. Because you said Boba Fett.
Yeah.
The shine in the helmet appears real to me. It doesn't look like there's paint going on, and you decided how to scratch it up and make it look banged up and used.
Yeah, with really this illustration, I really wanted to just show every single dent and ding and scratch and pot mark. And that's why it's titled Battle Worn, because I just wanted to do the most detailed portrait of him that I could do.
Now, you did not know at the time that you drew this. You didn't realize that Boba Fett was going to be in the new Mandalorian season.
I had no idea. No. Nope.
So, I don't know if you can tell sales wise. Did prints of this take off because of that, or can you tell?
They're starting to. I've been sent a couple of different rounds of prints to send back to Acme. So yeah, I think they're also gearing up for Art Festival, but I think prints are selling of that piece.
Okay. And to David, no, it is not. That is not his style at all. I just picked a good picture of the gallery. I really don't know whose that is. I should find out probably. I put the Lion King over that for the promo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kimberly loves your stuff. She says all his paintings look like they're so detailed and spot on. It's amazing.
Yeah, she's so sweet.
So when did you start doing Grogu?
Oh, I did him the last part of 2019 for the 2020 art festival.
Okay.
And when I was at the art festival in 2020, that painting was a smash hit. It almost sold out the entire run that during the art festival.
I mean, the eyes, everything about this, the little fuzz on his, you want to just pet him. And he feels much more real than anything else I've ever seen. Like, even his hand. How long from concept to sketch to fleshing it out to looking at it and going, okay, I'm done, does something like this take you?
I think this painting took me between 2 and 3 weeks to finish.
That's pretty amazing. I thought you were going to say a lot longer.
No, because the original wasn't really that big. So it went a lot faster than like, say, the Lion King, which was a huge painting. But I even had a collector contact me, and he bought the original of this.
I could imagine. I feel the sun and the way the light is hitting that edge of the metal. It's crazy to me. Okay,
the original was really freaky because you looked at it and it really looked like it was going back in space, and he was just coming right out of the painting. It was really freaky.
Do you ever feel bad to sell the original, or is that what you do?
Always. You
do feel bad.
It's. I have a hard time letting go of my originals, but I also know I kind of have to do that if I'm really going to make any money doing this. So yeah, it is hard to see them go, but you have to, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So another question I have is something like that, or any of your paintings. Do you walk away from it and it's done, but then the next day you pick up the paintbrush again and I just have to fix something, or have to? I mean, when
Sometimes.
do you? That does happen.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because when you're doing the broad strokes, because it's a sense of doing, you know, big areas, and then you're fine tuning it. When I get to the point of really adding all the details that really make it pop, that's the point where I have a very hard time stopping myself, because my eye is always catching some other detail or some other reflection or some other dent or scratch, and I want to add everything. But at some point you just have to say, I've got to stop. I've got to put it down, you know.
Yeah. Do you ever use somebody else to say, come here, look at this? Because I would think you're too close to it to see anymore. You know, like you're too involved to know when to stop.
Yeah, well, my wife is really good for saying, you really need to quit on that.
She does. She does say, there's enough. Quit.
Well, she usually says that a lot earlier than I actually stop on it.
There's one that I believe you probably had a hard time stopping on. You just wanted to go and go and go. But I'm not sure. I'm going to show you this one. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. I think you didn't know when to give up.
No, because it's like, how many bubbles do you add? How many wrinkles do you add? You know, how many the reflections within the bubbles? It's very hard to know when to stop. But you know, the good thing is to, if you think you're getting at the point where it's just like, okay, this is really becoming repetitive, just stop on it and wait like a couple of days and come back and say, is there anything that really needs? Is there anything that's really missing? And then, because most of the time the answer is no, except for this one where it was completely finished and Stan told me, you really need to add something else because there's a hidden thing in there that most artists do. So, and then I added that because he said so.
Okay, Stan, David, Kim, Mary, whoever was on the last show that knows where the hidden Mickey is cannot answer this. I want the chat room to find the first one to tell me where the hidden Mickey is. Maybe there's something in it for them. I don't know. I have like 20 pins left. I might give a pin.
There you go.
I don't know if the people saw the last show with Stan, because Stan and I remember that show. We talked about this hidden Mickey.
Yeah.
Do you guys see it? I know we're on like a 30-second delay, so let me know who sees it. I might give you a free Panda pin if you didn't buy one already. So, all right. Let me see. Okay. This one. Give me this. There is a story to this one. I do not know the original painting. I think
Okay.
I've seen it, but if you can explain, there's an original here, and I'm going to try to move myself over here. For
Yeah. This is my contact at Disney came to my table when I was at Art Festival last year, and we talked for quite a while. And he asked me if I would be interested in doing a piece based on an old Rockwell painting.
Right.
He asked me, "Would you just look through some Rockwell paintings and maybe come up with a concept?" So I have a lot of books on Rockwell. He's one of my favorite old illustrators. And I was looking through the book, and a lot of stuff has been done to death. You know, there's just like, oh, okay, that's been done a lot. And I came across this painting called Gilding the Eagle. And I thought, hey, it would be great if I did, Donald up there, and he's not happy because he's Donald. And he's painting, instead of the eagle, it was a Mickey head. So this one's called A Fowl Job, FOWL.
That is great.
And this is so far this has been my only Disney painting that I did in oils. So the rest have been in acrylics.
Are you gonna? I would do more in oils too. I mean, it
Oh
looks
yeah,
great. The background's not watercolor. The background's oil also.
No, the whole thing is oils.
Okay.
And I really tried to match Rockwell's style on everything. Adding a little bit more Disney flavor to it, but I really tried to match his style.
You definitely did. And I love the way Donald is really Donald. Mickey is a metal head of Mickey,
right.
Basically. That's great. So did this is at the park? Are all these at the parks now if we wanted to buy them?
There's the Lion King, Dumbo, and Donald are at the Art of Disney gallery there at Disney Springs. The one when you show it, there's another painting that's still at the frame shop waiting to be transported to the gallery.
That's the new one that we haven't unveiled yet.
No, that's the Hatbox Ghost.
Oh, let's show him. Okay,
yeah.
So we had mentioned Haunted Mansion something. Right. This was amazing. This turned out incredible. Guys, do you see this? I need to look at the chat room when they finally see this. What did you wind up naming this?
Don't Lose Your Head.
Don't Lose Your Head. Okay,
yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
This, just the knuckles of him. He has a very intent holding it and showing it to you, and I love the knuckles.
And I special ordered glow in the dark paints. I special ordered glow in the dark paints. So I painted this in glow in the dark. So when the lights are off and it's been charged with light, this thing looks amazing.
Holly apparently is going to see them this Friday in person, and she said she's buying all of the people she knows a print. So we're all getting one.
I wish they had the prints available.
Yeah. So are they going to have prints of this?
They said they're going to start because they've been backlogged so much from the shutdown, and they have such a big inventory. Things have just been pushed back. But they said they're going to start having these available to purchase online starting this month. So
okay.
So they'll start ramping it up.
So I want to show this painting only because here we're close up. We have a face, we're close up, but then look at the scope that you can paint with something like this. It's totally different.
Yeah.
We are now in a battle of, there's just so much going on here. Where do you start? Where did the brush start?
I started with the background, and I actually painted the entire background first, the entire mountain range and everything. I just painted the whole thing. And then I had to kind of, my wife really wanted me to stop there. She's like, okay, it's done. It's going on the wall right now. You no need to paint all that Star Wars stuff in there. And I'm like, no, I got to add the stuff. So I started with the smaller walker, and I got him in. And then I started on that big monster walker, and that beast.
Did you feel like, oh, my background is disappearing because I'm putting so much?
A little, but when I started blocking this thing in, I just thought, wow, this is going to be impressive. And the painting, the original painting is big. But God, that thing took forever. All those textures and all of the different layers down to, just the oil spilling out of the doorways and everything. And then finally that speeder, which is on the original, it is so detailed down to every little instrument inside that cockpit.
Stan has this in his basement, he says.
Yeah, he bought one of the paper prints.
To try to paint, this is acrylic?
Yeah.
I just don't understand how you even try to get the detail in there in the little cockpit in the acrylics. But you did. Like, I'm looking at it and I could pretty much see, okay, there's the floor, there's the wall, there's the chair. Yeah. I can kind of make out there might be someone in the chair. There's a control panel.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it all from there. That's amazing to me. Especially going from, like I said, something so close up like this.
Yeah.
It just... And then I didn't see this one. This is the first time is when you sent it to me today. I'm assuming it's Speak No Evil, Hear No Evil, See No Evil?
Right. It's based on the very old one with the monkeys of See No Evil, Hear No Evil, Speak No Evil. Now the one with the porgs was the very first one I did for Acme Archives. That was my very first official one.
Let me just say, Acme Archives is the Lucasfilm what?
Yeah, they're a publishing company of fine art, and they've got the Lucasfilm license. They're the biggest licensor of Lucasfilm fine art.
Okay. Every time he's told me Acme, all I thought of is Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote, and I thought he was joking. I thought he was making fun. When he goes, Acme's got it in framing, I'm like, oh, he thinks a lot about those people.
Yeah. No, that wasn't a slanderous term. It's actually the publishing company. And this is the first one I did for them, and this print is sold out. It went like gangbusters.
And then this was the second sort of one like that?
Yeah, this was my follow-up. This was actually my fourth painting, but this was the porgs went so well, they asked me to do a follow-up of it, so I chose the Ewoks.
That's great. I don't want you to say specifics because I know it's hard, but you send them a sketch and they approve it, or you paint the whole thing out and they approve it?
Yeah, I'll send them a sketch of and my sketches are fairly well rendered. So I mean, they know exactly what's going on. So I sent them a sketch, and then they internally will have a meeting and then approve it or disapprove it, and then they'll send it to Lucasfilm, and then they'll approve it or disapprove it, and then I get either the green light or they say no.
If you had to give me a percentage of what's approved to what's completely flat out rejected, are we doing good? Are we 90%?
No. It's been probably about maybe about 30% approved, 70% not.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you do with the not approved? You're sending them to Stan and I. Okay, that's good. Stan and me will take them. Yeah. We'll take them.
They just sit in the drawer. They just don't do anything.
Do you ever you never go to the coloring process if it's not approved and you're busy? No. Did you ever just color one for yourself and just to keep it?
No, there's a few that I probably should, but I haven't yet. That Boba Fett piece, the really close up of his face, was actually, I had prepped 2 canvases 2 years ago at Epcot. I knew the weather was going to be pretty bad, so I had prepped a couple of very small canvases to work on in case things got really bad. And sure enough, one day it was just raining like cats and dogs, and I was inside the tent and I painted this kind of screaming porg, and it was really fun. People came in there and I had these little kids help me paint it, and it was a lot of fun. But it was just cool. But I had this piece prepped. I had kind of the background kind of loosely washed in and just kind of like keyline pencil. And it was just sitting around, and I told them, you know what, I'm going to finish that, and I'll finish it, and see if you guys want to approve it. And I did it, and I turned it in, and they approved it. So that's been sitting around for a while.
Kimberly has a question that I would never know. I'm sure you'll know. Do you see it on the screen, or?
Yeah, what brand of acrylics do I use? Base color mix like I just any kind of acrylics that I find, basically, whatever's on sale at, at Michael's.
That was like a total man response. Like you would have thought
Yeah,
he would have been like, the
I'm
only
not
brand I use is AB. Nah,
right.
whatever acrylics I find.
Right. I think with acrylics, it's not really. You get some that are a lot more watery than others. Some have a little bit better opacity to them. I just kind of have a little bit of both because I just kind of buy sets here and there whenever I see them on sale. So I'm not brand specific about anything. I don't mix them with any kind of base or extenders. Every once in a while, I might mix a little extender in there for wider coverage, but other than that, it's just pretty bare bones. You got your acrylics, you mix a little water with it, or you don't if you're doing dry brushing. You want an airbrush look. So
This was the first time you used oil.
on a Disney painting. No, I've used
Okay.
oil.
Oh.
Yeah, I've used oil several times on doing landscapes and other kind of things like that.
Oh, okay. So, but you'll switch back and forth when
Yeah.
when you feel the thing, the canvas allows it.
Right. Yeah. And the thing with oils too is that you have to allow a lot more drying time once it's finished. You got to really let it sit for at least a couple of weeks
Really?
before. Oh yeah, because unless you mix some drying agent with it, you want to make sure it's really dry because oils take a long time to dry.
Do you have to worry about keeping it up? Like it can drip. You have to put it flat. This
No,
way?
it's not that wet. I mean,
Okay.
it's gonna stick to the canvas.
Okay.
But
Do you put a
but
fan on it for the
no,
week? Or?
I just set it on an easel and just let it just sit there, and then when I know it's good and dry, I'll take it in the back and hit it with a little workable. It's a varnish. It's a spray varnish.
Varnish. I like that word. It's just a funny word to me. Varnish. When did this come out?
Yeah, that's the second painting I did for Star Wars, and this is Fett Collects. I thought of a scene kind of in between the second movie and Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, where he actually arrives to deliver Han Solo to Jabba.
I know where this is. Stan, Mary, everybody can be proud of me. This is Tatooine, correct?
That's right.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say no. I was wrong. I only know that because
Okay,
I think that's Jabba's lair in the background. That's all I know.
And this is the painting that George Lucas bought the original. I sold the original to George.
What? This is the one that George bought the original. George Lucas has the original of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
How does that make you? Come on. Okay. Hold on. I'm putting your face up here. How does that make you feel to know that George Lucas bought your original, has it in his house somewhere?
Yay!
That is so.
Actually, they think it's going to go in the museum he's building there in California.
Even better.
Yeah, his museum of the motion picture.
That is great. Stan says, who is flying the Slave One?
I get asked this sometimes. There's a fan film of Boba Fett that's been out for a few years now that shows him crawling out of the pit, and he clicks a couple of buttons on his controller, and Slave One rises up out of the desert. And that just made so much sense to me that he could actually control Slave One, and move it to a remote location or have it come pick him up. That I thought, I'm just going to add that to the painting. That's just a given. That's something that he can do.
Okay, I'm going to take a guess about this next painting that Stan has to own it, or a print, if there are prints. No? Stan, do you have this one? Was this available as prints?
Yeah. It's available as a 13 by 19 paper print, and it's available as a 7-foot canvas.
And I'm printing up bookmarks for 50 cents. You can write me, and I'll just send you out the bookmark. Oh, you didn't even know about that, Craig. No, I'm kidding. It's a great. That is really great. But where's Stan? Is he here? I have to know. He has to own this. He has to. If not, I think I would buy him a print.
Yeah, I think he bought a paper print of it. I think he has the paper print.
He had to. All right, let's see what else. What else do I have? I don't want to give out the big one yet because I really like. Okay, all right. I'm showing everything pretty much now, but this gets me. I feel the force there. This This is more than a painting. This is
Yeah.
this is amazing.
This is a
I know.
special. This is a really special one. When Acme actually came to me and they asked me would I be interested in trying to depict this scene in a very unique way. I always like a challenge, and I really want to do this like no other person would even think to do it. So the first scene that popped into my mind was a really low angle looking up past him as the X-Wing flew over his head. And then everything else kind of came together as far as the kind of halo effect around him to make him look more of an ethereal character. And just the water droplets and the vines hanging down. This was quite an undertaking to get everything correct, but well worth it. I love this painting.
All right. Again, I think I might know. Is that Dagobah where that happens?
Dagobah?
No.
Yeah.
Dagobah. Oh, good,
Yep.
good. I'm getting there. I'm learning this.
You're good. You're
Stan
good.
would be very proud. Oh, Stan has the print of that. I don't know where that delayed. I think he's talking about the one we just saw. That's cool. Okay, so
He might have the Yoda print too. He might have that one too.
does he? Let me go see about these. Guys, before I go to something else with Craig, do we have any questions for him about these paintings? Come on. I know you guys have questions, and because I focus sometimes on Craig, I might have missed them. So let me know some questions. There's like a 30-second delay. Let's see what questions we get before we show them this new painting. Which the new painting to me, it's a little different for you. I think it's a little more whimsical.
Yeah.
Yes, Stan,
Well,
I am a good Padawan.
Yeah. Yeah, the one thing that I want to do with Disney is kind of not lock myself into like anything, because they've got so many characters and so many movies and so many, so much history that I really want to try to hit on every age range and every kind of fan to kind of, just make them happy, if I can.
Let me tell you that the one that I'm saying is more whimsical. The new one, you did it again. I don't want to keep like blowing smoke and saying, "Oh, you're so amazing," but it really is, and it shows your range. Anyhow, Jeremy Goff, great guy by the way. Have you ever refused to sell a painting because you were too attached to it? I might have asked you this before we went on the air, because
yeah, there have been a few paintings that I have not wanted to let go of. There's actually a painting hanging right by my drawing table. It's a big pirate painting that I don't know if I'd get rid of at any price.
Can you show us that? I remember seeing that. Didn't I see it?
Yeah, if I can get up, I'll try to pull it up.
Yeah, good.
All right.
I would love it. My sister is calling because my niece just gave birth. I'm sure of it because she's been in labor.
Oh wow!
And I should I get it real quick? Let's just see. Hold on, Paulette. I am live on a show, and the people know that I'm live on a show talking to you. Did she give birth? Okay, bye. Love you. Yeah, she had a little baby girl. We knew she was having a girl. Oh my gosh, that picture. Yeah, okay, that was on the Disney Night Live show that I do with Stan and David.
Okay.
I think you had that in the background, right, guys? Tell me, because I've seen this.
I might have put it on the easel at one time.
I don't know if I would sell that either, but I would sell us prints of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. There are prints available.
There are. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. That's one of my originals, so I can sell that myself.
And it's not in your face Pirates of the Caribbean either. It's just like loosely based on it, if it is.
Right. I didn't want it specific, but I wanted it inspired, I guess you'd say.
Yep.
And what's interesting about that piece is that got me back into painting. I hadn't painted in years, probably almost 10 years. I hadn't painted. And then
what did you
because I was so into the medical work, and I was also doing quite a bit of toy and product design at that time too. So I was doing a combination of both. And I really missed painting. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to sit down and do something for myself, because I haven't done anything for myself that wasn't a job I can't even remember the last time. So I sat down. I was actually inspired by a YouTube video I saw of one of my favorite painters, Simon Beasley, and he was painting a big portrait of the Joker. And if anybody's interested in watching the video, it's great. It's called Shock of Green. And he paints this massive portrait of Joker's face that is just incredible. And that kind of inspired me to get to paint something again. So I had this idea, and I sat down, and this is kind of a combination of an acrylic underlay with oils over the top. And I didn't want to quit on it because I was having so much fun doing it. And that just got the ball rolling, and I've never stopped painting since.
That's awesome. Do you get any feedback from the medical people who see some of these other paintings? Like,
oh,
wow,
yeah.
or do they expect Mickey Mouse to show up in a blood vessel soon?
The guy that I work with at the Journal of Allergy, I'll send him, my pieces as I do them, and he's blown away. He's because way back, I actually did a painting for one of the covers of the Journal of Allergy and Immunology before I really started working for them full time. One of the doctors wanted the 3 witches from Macbeth pouring stuff into this big cauldron. So very unusual. So I did this painting of the 3 Macbeth witches doing it, and he loved it. But apparently the medical community was like, well, that's not clinical enough. So they were on him about it, but he absolutely loved it.
Yeah, Mary says put a hidden Mickey in the medical art.
Right.
You know what? If you're doing blood cells, you could do it. Nobody would.
Yeah, I mean, a COVID cell with some Mickey ears, that's great.
They would never know. All right, so from my hints, does anybody know what is behind him? If you want to unveil the one behind you, I will show the picture of it. But I really do love this one. By the way, when you first showed it to me, you showed me a close-up of just the one character, and I didn't even know there was a...
Yeah, that's the way you said it came through. I sent you the whole image.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It only came through with one character, and I never saw the other. So it's great. Go ahead. Thank you.
Here.
And when will this be available? Do we know?
I do not know. I saved it. So let me get down here. I saved it so we could have this interview. I sent in the original to the frame shop. But
awesome. Thank you.
Now in like a day or two, I'll box this up and send it off to the frame shop so they can get it all framed up and scanned.
Awesome.
But
look how different this is than his other stuff, but let me tell you, the detail you're never going to get even from the photo.
Can I move in here?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll show the picture of it after this.
All right.
How awesome is that? I can't wait till the comments. Yeah, you know what, Mary? You are correct. And I think Mary said that before you unveiled it. That is Bruni licking Olaf.
Yep.
And if I could tell... Did you do the same with this where you drew the whole background first? I
did mask them off because I wanted to keep them more white. But, I did. There are hundreds of layers of trees in there, going all the way back, and then I worked on the foreground elements.
Okay, because those trees, you can feel the texture on the wood. I mean, I don't know why that stands out to me more than Bruni licking Olaf, but it does. Right, Cheryl? You got to see the comments. Truly magical. Oh my God, I love Bruni. Perfect. Love. Fantastic. Love it. I don't know if this is going to be any more detailed than what you're showing. Oh, it is a little bit. Let me...
Yeah, you can kind of tell.
Let me get rid of that for a second. I just want you guys to appreciate the detail that is in this. And I'm surprised. Did you think of how the licking would react? And did anybody say, "Hey, he's Snow, you got to change the way it licks," or anything like that? Because I think it's fantastic.
Actually, I had the Snow a little bit more kind of chunked up where he was licking him. You know, like he was actually taking a piece off a little bit. And it was more on his tongue. And the guy at Disney said, make that a little bit less because he's, pardon me, he's not that soft. Olaf isn't that soft. That was kind of their comment. And I was like, oh, okay.
It's just amazing that they even thought of that. They thought of how what his texture would be. That I have to get this one. When this one is done, I will have to buy this one. Do we have any idea what the original of something like this would go for? And if so, are you allowed to give it, or you don't know?
I think the original on this one is going to be 15,000.
All right, that's really. I mean, for that original,
Yeah, for
that's
the
not that
time
bad.
involved, it's
What was the most expensive original that you've shown today so far?
Lion King.
Was that like 50?
It's 45.
Okay. Oh, I was just guessing out of thin air.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could. Whoever got that doesn't regret doesn't regret it.
And the original of that one is 24 by 36. So those lions are essentially life size.
How big is this?
Uh,
I mean, obviously we see it behind you. It's
I think
pretty,
it's like 18 by 36, I believe, or something like 18 by 30, something like that.
that is just amazing. I'm just looking at not the tree, the first tree, just going in the back. You could feel the rustling of the leaves in the trees from the wind.
With
And
with paintings like this, or the paintings of like the Walker battle, almost every square inch you could kind of make a picture vignette of what's going on. I just like to get that detail.
and Olaf's personality is so completely there, and Bruni is looking like, how is he reacting to my lick? The wooden hands, you outdo yourself.
Thank you.
This took you how long?
This took over a month to paint.
Yeah, I don't understand. I can't grasp how anybody can do this. I mean,
Lots of practice.
no, still, it's something you have, right? Cheryl said it right here. Hold on, I can't click correctly. You can feel the depth in it. Yeah, I think David thinks you're mailing him.
I hope that this is what's so great about doing paintings like this, and then being able to have them on display at the Art of Disney Gallery, is that so many people walk through that area, and so many people go to that gallery and get to see it. I can't even tell you how many messages I have received from people who have walked through the gallery, or the workers at the gallery themselves, who sent me messages saying, "You won't believe the experience that this family just had standing in front of your Lion King." And those things, I mean, they mean so much to me. Just hearing those, that people really appreciate what I'm trying to do.
You want to be a fly on the wall and record all those moments.
Oh, I do. And it's like, you have any cameras in the gallery? You can send me this on tape or something.
And again, I'm just going to point out, because I know people know this, but I'm looking at something like this and all your other stuff, and then this, but then this, and it is different.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Did you feel less attached to the happy, shiny fun of this? Like, did you want to get back to the more serious?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. I when I'm doing a painting like this, I don't think of it as less, because it's about an animated character or a fun character, or even something that may be targeted at children. I don't think it's less at all. And so the emotion, I feel of the characters, if the characters are happy and they're happy, I feel that. And I'll just stand there and look at it, and I can't help but smile. I just, it's.
I mean, you could tell that you believed in it, because it wouldn't come across in the painting if you didn't. So you can tell.
Right. There is feeling in every single piece that I do. Otherwise, I don't do them, because that's what fine art's about. Now I don't have to do something specifically based on what an art director is telling me, and now I'm able to. These are pieces of me. These are pieces of me that I'm putting out, hopefully that it's going to touch somebody.
Yeah, Cheryl said she never thought of reaching out directly to an artist, but she will going forward now, because she heard what you said about having someone react to your painting. Yeah. I don't think any of us think of that. We see it, even if it affects us, we don't tell the person. It would be nice to send a tweet, a message, an email.
And Some artists kind of make themselves kind of unreachable, and people who have so many fans, it can get overwhelming. Obviously, they can't react to everything, but I always want to try to make myself as available as possible to hear people's comments or answer their questions. If they ask me questions about materials or artwork or how to do certain things, I just want to be open and available to people. I don't want to push people away. That's not what I'm doing this for.
Don, that's interesting too. There is a lamp in the window above the fire station in Disneyland, and Walt would always have it on. And it would be great to just have some sort of a painting of the fire station with the glow of the lamp in the window, and that signifying.
Oh,
that's another.
That'd be great. That's a great idea. I love.
As a matter of fact, they've showed that because Disneyland is closed now. They showed that the lamp is still on, even though there's nobody there. Or apparently, what was the story with that lamp? That it would be on when Walt was in the park. There's a whole story about that lamp in Disneyland. That's pretty cool. Anyhow, David and Kim, did Colton see? I'd like to get what he says to you about the Olaf picture. Let me know if I need to put it back up on the screen if he's seen it. And if anybody's got any questions, please tell me now while we still have Craig here. Okay, so how can we follow you? You don't have a site yet, which you have to. You need a site that tells me where I can buy stuff.
I know.
You need it.
People
you're going to get fans more and more, obviously.
Yeah, and that's something that I'm going to work on during this month. I'm going to set aside some time to work with a friend of mine on putting up a website and getting that going. People can reach me at Craig Skaggs Illustration on Facebook is my portfolio page, or just Craig Skaggs on Facebook is my personal page. They can like either one or both.
You're gonna get a bunch of women fans. You could call them Skag Hags or something.
Well, okay, all right.
I couldn't keep that in. Sometimes some comedy should stay in.
It leaks out.
It leaks out. Yeah. Okay. So right now we can follow you where? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Where? Give me all the ways we can follow you.
Facebook primarily. I haven't done the Instagram or Twitter or anything yet. But anybody can reach me through Facebook.
It's a personal page that they would friend you, or do you have
either one? Group? Either one. They can do the Craig Skaggs or the Craig Skaggs Illustration is my portfolio page.
Craig Skaggs and Craig Skaggs Illustration.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So, are you still doing the medical stuff, or has this taken all your time?
No. I still do a lot of medical stuff. That's kind of my daily routine is doing the work for medical, and then when I get those jobs out of the way, then I start working on a new painting.
And I'm sorry, Craig, I know the answer to this. A lot of people are asking if you're going to be at Festival of the Arts. I think for COVID, you're not. They're trying to keep it local.
No, Acme was really kind of leery about booking too many artists. They told me that they were booking artists that were either close to or in the Florida area in case this got canceled last minute due to COVID. So, I understood that, but I told them, if you need me there, I'm there for you. Just let me know and I'll hop on a plane.
And Marla's asking, though, your art will be there, correct?
Yes. The Acme Archives tent will have my Star Wars work. Disney, unfortunately, because they're so far behind, they won't have my prints that I'm aware of. They won't have my prints in the galleries yet. But you should be, at some time this during the art festival, you should be able to go into the gallery and order one of my prints online. Okay,
they'll have pictures or something of them.
I'm guessing.
How would people know to order them if they?
Well, the original paintings will be there at the gallery. Okay. So yeah, and go ahead.
If you go to the gallery and you see the original paintings, please take a picture of you next to it or something. Yes. Send them to Craig. He loves seeing that where they are, that they're there.
Yeah.
And if you for some reason you can't get him or you need his site again, ask me. I'll make sure that we send it to him.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. I love seeing that stuff.
I appreciate you very much, Craig, and
Oh,
thank you for. I know Stan and me will constantly try to fight for you whenever you get something new. I'll try to. I know Stan has to get the next one. Hopefully, I can get the next one. Maybe
well,
Disney Night Live gets the next one.
I've just turned in the concept for my next Disney piece, and they really think it's beautiful. So I'll find out later this month whether they give me the green light.
Okay, I know. I'll be on Grand Circle Tour or Disney Night Live anyway to make sure I see it.
Yep.
So I'm trying to think. What else, guys? Are we forgetting anything before I let Craig go? If you have any questions, let me know. Yeah, they're saying hopefully they'll have a computer at each booth where you can order them. Sometimes they let you flip through computer images.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody is loving your stuff, wishing you continued success.
Oh, thank
Really
you.
amazing stuff. And
Thanks.
there's some people can do just Star Wars. Some people can do just a close up. Some people can do just a landscape. You're doing it all. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Craig.
not too many artists have both of those licenses, so I'm trying to make the most of it.
Still, when you say Acme, I'm going to think of meep meep. Yeah, Kimberly says Craig is due for another. Now that's Disney. I thought she was going to say Disney Night Live. Now that's Disney.
Sure.
All right. Thank you very much, Craig. I will see you soon. I'm gonna end up with them
Thank you,
selling them my stuff.
I
Have a
appreciate
wonderful
it.
night, man. I will talk to you soon.
Okay, buddy. Thanks.
Guys, isn't that amazing? Right? The variety. So if you have not visited bigfatpanda.com, it is completely new, different, and updated. I'm sure everybody in this room probably has, or everybody watching probably has. Again, please make sure you follow Craig for me, or Craig Skaggs Illustration, because we got to follow this guy. He's going to just keep doing some amazing stuff. I still keep looking at this and I'm like, wow. I want that. Maybe I'll get to his, he's in the basement of his house. We could probably go. Stan, do you want to go try to break into the basement? We could just get in there. When he wakes up, it's not there anymore. You take the pirate one that he likes so much. We'll cry for him and we'll give him thoughts and prayers, but we'll take it. He's laughing. He's still watching. We sold at least one Panda Pin advertising. Oh, thank you, Stan, on Grand Circle Tour. Thank you, Grand Circle Tour Live. Yeah, Mary, let's go. Mary, when you come here, apart from us going to eat at Tony's Town Square and laughing about it, we will go look at art in the gallery. So let's see. What I do want to tell you is I pivoted from Christmas. Why are there noises outside? That's kind of scary. From Christmas to Valentine's. So yes, the little old lady in me is still embroidering. And she is now, Sophia, I call her, she is embroidering Valentine's Day towels. She is embroidering napkins of all different sorts. Anything that's on a napkin can be put on a towel. Anything that's on a towel can be put on a napkin. And I have, I'm going to say 24 pins left. So if you still did not get and would like a limited edition Panda pin, I'm going to come out with the Series 2 pretty soon because they're doing pretty good. You can all get these on bigfatpanda.com. Go right to the store. And let me mention, if you look at the top right of your screen, there's a little box that says MEI Travel, Mouse Fan Travel. Those people are the people you want to book a vacation with when you are comfortable enough to travel. Oh, Cheryl, thank you. And yes, I did get your, I don't think you got your pin yet though. Did you? I think I just put it in the mail. No, I know I sent Mary something in the mail, but that's not her pin. That was for Nevaeh's birthday. Fireworks. Moments of the Magic fireworks. I guess they want him to draw fireworks. Panda plugs. Jeremy, that sounds bad. That sounds like something for the hair. Panda plugs. Sophia Cheryl is the little old lady that lives inside me that does embroidery. She does. Which is really funny because I never thought I wanted to do that. All of a sudden I just needed to do something, the COVID necessity, and I thought embroidery. And it's funny because I had a Grandma Mechalina. Grandma Mechalina passed at 102 years old. She was my father's mother, the most wonderful lady. And she sewed, didn't do embroidery, but she sewed constantly. And I was always interested in her sewing machine, even as like a 5-year-old. So it kind of is weird that I should have called her Mechalina, but she's Sophia. Sophia is my spirit old lady that talks to his Sensi buddies. Yes, Mary, she does. But you want another thing, Mary? They talk back, and they give very good advice. Okay, Cheryl, you'll have it soon. I promise. All right, everyone. Go forth, create pandemonium. Give out panda hugs to whoever you can, even though we're going through this thing. I hope, I don't want to be a vaccine person, but I hope that you do get the vaccine if you're able to and it comes up for you. It looks like it's good. I know I want it because the more I hear about these people suffocating, the more scaredy cat I become. I love you all. Thank you very much. Until next time, I will see you soon.